Hey Luke, congratulations, man. Just what's your reaction after being taken by the Mariners with the 35th overall pick?
Oh, I mean, I'm pumped. I mean, this is an absolute dream come true. And just being able to go to an organization like this, it's seriously a dream come true. And the development that they do, I could not be happier. And to spend this with my family, I'm fired up.
We'll go to Taryn Kowach next.
Congratulations, Luke. No, Mariners known as one of the better pitching development farm systems in baseball, and from the catching aspect of it, how excited are you to kind of be dropped into that and kind of learn and develop with these crop of pitchers that the Mariners currently have?
Yeah, that's something I love to do. I take a lot of pride in working with pitchers and getting to know them well and going off their strengths and developing with them and developing a good relationship with them. And that's something I take a lot of pride in. So I'm really excited to get to know some of these pitchers and work really hard for them.
We'll go to Shane Lance.
Hi, Luke. Congrats. Tell me a little bit about you as a hitter. What do you think are kind of your strengths, things that you want to work on as you get into the system?
Yeah, I'm someone that I like to think that I can change the game in a swing. I'm going up there, I'm trying to do damage. I'm trying to put a good swing on something that I can drive. I'm gonna swing at strikes and do everything I can to work good counts. I want to be a tough out. And I want just to do as much damage as I can in the box and be willing to walk and swing at my pitch and be disciplined.
Go to Jeffrey Nooney next.
Hey Luke, congrats again. That's awesome, man. Real quick, I've read a little blurb about the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm sure knew you were gonna get asked about it, but can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I hope they have good bread in Seattle. But yeah, no, it's something that I eat a lot of peanut butter jellies in the game. It's not 1,500. Nowhere near. There's a lot of pitchers that don't like. There's a lot of pitchers that eat way more than me, far more. I probably have one a game, sometimes two, depending on how hot it is or yeah, like how much I sweat. But it's always like one a game. So
That's awesome. Do you make them yourself or are they Uncrustables?
I don't. I was spoiled at UNC. We had someone that Dave would make him in the back right before a game. He made like 50 a game. So he hooked us up.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
We'll go to Kate Prusser next.
Hi, Luke. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, Cal Raleigh here is involved in the middle of a historic season. Have you been watching much of him, or who are some other catchers that you look up to, and what have you learned from watching them?
Oh yeah, I mean, how can you not? I mean, what he's doing is unbelievable, and that's why I mean, going to an organization and what he's doing and the play style that I have is exciting. Cal's someone that I watch all the time, and what he does behind the plate and what he does at the box, it's unbelievable, and I'm excited to be around it and be around the guys that helped him and pick their brains.
We'll go back to Daniel Kramer.
Luke, how much did you connect with the Mariners during the pre-draft process, and what, if anything, really stood out among those meetings?
Yeah, I met with them. I met with them at the combine, and I mean, just the conversations that I had were great. No, being me being a catcher and them having an outstanding catcher like Cal Raleigh, like we got to talk a lot about catching, and it was great meeting with them, and our conversations were great, and they seemed like unbelievable people, and I'm just excited to be in an organization that does the right things.
We'll go back to Taryn Kowach.
Yeah, Luke. When you joined North Carolina, you won the starting catching job as a freshman. You guys made the College World Series that year. You were in a very heavy, prominent role with the team. What did kind of going through that experience your freshman year kind of teach you or help you learn about yourself as a player, especially now going into the minor leagues?
Yeah, going in, I knew that I was going to have a big role. And I knew that being 19 years old that I had to gain the trust of some 23-year-old pitchers. Being the catcher, like I knew that I was going to have to handle a staff, an older staff. Um, and I was gonna have to do it quick. Like I was gonna have to earn their trust quick, and that's something that I think is a big quality that I learned and that I got a lot better at. And I think that's something that's really going to help me in this pro career. Is just being able to work with pitchers and understand what they need in any given moment, and just work my tail off for them in any situation. And I had a lot of help. I had a lot of upperclassmen at Carolina that helped me through this, but um, they gave me a lot of good advice that helped me be so successful behind the plate.
We'll go back to Jeffrey Nooney.
So, what are some of your goals that you have, like besides obviously making it to the major leagues, but what are some personal goals you have going forward?
Win a World Series.
Love.
That's something that I need. I like will lose sleep over. It's something that I need is to win a World Series. Um, I'm a winner and I want to win as many games as I can, and that's what I want to do and that's what I want.
We'll go back to Kate Pruser.
Kate, being a catcher, it's sort of a special position. It requires a real team first mindset instead of a me first mindset. When did you start catching and how have you developed that mindset over the years?
I've caught my whole life. My mom caught at a small school in Pennsylvania. She played softball. So I've always caught. And I kind of learned at a young age. I was fortunate enough when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I was playing the little pee wee baseball and I had a catching coach. And I always like give him the credit that he taught me how to be a catcher. You wear a ball off the wrist or you wear a ball off the throat, like you just got to get back there and keep doing your thing. Like no one really cares about you back there. No one really wants to see you. No one wants to notice me, and I love it. As if no one's talking about me, and that means I'm doing my job. I just want to be a servant to my staff, and that's something that I learned at a very young age.
All right, looks like that's all the questions we got. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.